many congratulations. You must both be absolutely thrilled to bits today. What have you managed to say to Andy?
Well, we had a very brief word last night. We were actually down at the local sports club because there was a big party going on there, and we had promised that if the result was right, we would go down and join them, and the noise in there was incredible. So eventually I escaped into the ladies' changing room and had a very brief word with him, and of course congratulated him, and he asked how I was, and we were telling him what wonderful support there is up here, and then I told him to go and get scrubbed up for the Champions Ball tonight, and I think that was about it.
Can you believe this is happening, Roy?
Oh yeah. We've sort of anticipated this without realising the hype that's going with it. I mean, Dunblane is just tremendous just now.
We know that, I mean, ordinarily you're both down there at Wimbledon and you weren't able to make it this year for various reasons. I mean, does that matter that you weren't there to see him in person, Shirley, or actually in a modern world, can you live with that?
Well, the reason we weren't there is because I broke my leg in May, and we just felt that it just wasn't quite ready to cope with it. But having been down there for the last, 6 or 7 years, it felt quite strange to be up here. But having said that, it was lovely to savour the atmosphere of what went on up here, because normally we're out of it and people tell us when we come back what wonderful scenes there were, what parties were going on. So in a way it's been very nice to see the other side of it, if you like.
Yeah.
Yes, I would quite agree with that when we went down to his old tennis club, when we went down to the community centre, the local pub, just to say thanks to everybody, and we caught the atmosphere that has been going on in Dunblane for the last while. So it really made up in a way for missing being there for the actual game.
I'm not surprised your phone is ringing. It'd be ringing off the hook today, I would imagine. Talk us through what Andy and indeed his mum have been through over the years, because of course we see him when he's in that public forum, in front of the cameras, on the courts. But what about the personal pressure that he's been through ever since being a young boy getting into this?
Yes, I think him going away to Spain at the age of 15, and of course we were so involved with him in all the years from birth up until then, and we certainly missed him when he went away, but we knew at that point that he was so dedicated and committed to his chosen career that we realised it was the right thing for him to do. But he has been under tremendous pressure. We always say that he's Britain's last hope when Wimbledon comes along, or when any tournament comes along. But hopefully there'll be more as a result of his high profile now, that hopefully a lot more people will take up the game, or have taken up the game, and will follow in his footsteps.
What sort of man is he, Roy? I mean, is he the type to, now that he's hit this pinnacle, to wind down, or will he use it simply as a springboard to get better and better? And
Andy Murray I don't think Andy will change in any way. I think he will still be very, very committed to his tennis. Don't forget that he doesn't know anything else. It's been his way of life for the last 11 years, and to be in the limelight like he has, I don't know how he's done it, quite honestly.
You say he won't change, but are we going to see a name change? There's talk of a knighthood this morning. I mean, it's speculation. Would you like to see that happen, though?
Don't speak about that sort of thing. Oh, mother.
I don't think that'll be foremost in his mind.
Could you cope with calling your grandson Sir Andy?
I would think he would still call us the same names as he's always done.
Yes.
Let's hope
Minnie
so.
and Grandpa, that's what we are. Minnie and Grandpa to
Well,
him, yes.
Well, I tell you what, you must both be so very proud and so very relieved this morning. We appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to us here on Sky News.